Today, we're going over the Denver Broncos season predictions for the 26-27 season. We're going to do this for all 32 NFL teams, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any other teams. At the end of this video, I'm going to let you know if I think they're going to go over or under 9.5 wins, which is what Vegas has their team or their win total set at for this season. We're going to get right into it with their biggest gains and biggest losses of this offseason. They traded for Jaylen Waddle. I thought that was a great trade for them. They needed some more help in the receiver room and getting Waddle. I'm a big fan of Jaylen Waddle, so I really like that pickup. They re-signed J.K. Dobbins, who is one of the most consistent running backs in the league, especially when we're looking back to last year. He was one of my favorite players to bet on, super consistent. And the way I do all my player and team player prop research for my bets is with Data Streak. I'll leave the link in the description so you can check that out after this video. They did lose Dre Greenlaw, which was a massive loss. That is one of the negatives for this team. They lost John Franklin Myers, but Dre Greenlaw is the big loss on this defense this offseason. But let's get right into their depth chart. Really like Bo Nix. He's just a winner. He gets it. Very solid quarterback. J.K. Dobbins, as well as R.J. Harvey going into year number 2, gives you some versatility when it comes to the passing game. He's a good receiving back, and I think he'll get a little bit more involved this year. But you don't have to worry too much if J.K. Dobbins were to go down with injury or miss some games because you have a solid backup in R.J. Harvey who can fill in. Now we've got Courtland Sutton, Jaylen Waddle, Troy Franklin. I like Sutton and Waddle together. Sutton struggled a little bit last year. He definitely had his struggles, but adding in Jaylen Waddle, I think, is just going to help this team all the more. You've got Evan Ingram at tight end, solid receiving tight end. You've got a pretty decent offensive line. We look at the defensive side of the ball. And the main thing about the Broncos defense is they have Pat Surtain. And when you have Patrick Surtain, it's pretty much you're going to lock up the team you're playing's number 1 wide receiver. He's the best cornerback in football. And so this defense overall had a phenomenal year last year, and I expect the same. They're well coached with Sean Payton. I have no concerns about this defense or this offense either. So let's take a look at their schedule. So we're seeing here, can they get to 10 wins? Since Vegas has them set at 9.5, can they get to 10 wins? So they have the Chiefs and Jaguars. Chiefs could go either way, but I think they can beat the Jaguars. Then they have the Rams. That's going to be tough. 49ers, that's going to be tough. But then they have the Chargers. I think they can beat the Chargers, maybe even pick up a win versus the 49ers. And they have the Seahawks. That's going to be tough, but they can beat the Cardinals. Versus the Chiefs, I think they're going to pick up a win versus one of these Chiefs games, but let's just call that a loss too and look at the rest of their schedule. Carolina Panthers, they can beat. Raiders, they can beat. Steelers, they can beat. Dolphins, they can beat. Jets, they can beat. So they get a stretch here of easier games in their schedule coming off their bye. Then you have the Raiders again. I think they'll pick up 2 wins, both games versus the Raiders. And then you have the Bills, Patriots, Chargers. I think they can beat the Chargers. Patriots, Bills, we'll see. But even with just counting those as losses and saying they'll beat the Chargers twice or just picking up a win versus any of their other division opponents, we're at 10 wins. So I think that they can get to 10 wins. Let's go over to FanDuel. So FanDuel for the over 9.5 has it at -120. I really do like the value there. I think the Broncos are going to get to 10 wins. You got Bo Nix, more experience. They've got a really good defense. They added weapons on the offensive side of the ball with Jaylen Waddle. I think this team can easily get to 10 wins, maybe even get to 11 wins. Even 12 isn't out of the question. So I like the over 9.5 for the Broncos. If you enjoyed this video, if you agree, disagree, let me know down in the comment section and leave a like if you enjoyed. If you want to check out Data Streak for all your player prop and team research, link is in the description. I will see you in the next video.